chase my head. Oh, landlord Oyeye's cry tore through Oyeye close like thunder. Blood dripped from his bald head. Children dropped kites mid-flight, and Oteri, the notorious small prankster, landed face first in a mud puddle, screaming, "Mama, my eye!" Women abandoned soup pots, frying pans still sizzling. Even the goats froze mid-step, chewing cud like nothing was happening. Neighbors ran out shouting, "Wetin happened to landlord Oyeye?" By evening, everyone knew. Mama Rachel don't break landlord head with iron bucket. The street buzzed like market day. Little Efemina ran up to Oteri, waving a leaf, yelling, "I go sweep your blood for you." Meanwhile, Auntie Ufoma's parrot squawked endlessly, "Bucket, bucket, Oyeye don't die." Oyeye built the first house on the close, so it was named after him, and everyone called it Oyeye Close. The compound had 14 rooms, 1 public toilet, and 1 bathroom. 12 families lived like siblings, fighting in the morning, reconciling at night, quarreling again the next day. Morning queues at the bathroom were battlefields. Tenants shouted, "Now who keep pink bucket for front? Who shift my own? You want see craze today?" Above all, Oyeye's voice thundered louder than the rest. Even street cats stopped fighting. Oyeye was short, round, and always sweating. His pot belly shook like a drum when he walked. His bald head shone under the sun, and his eyes rolled like he was hunting someone to quarrel with. He lived in a 3-bedroom flat at the front of the compound. Inside, peace never existed. He quarreled over rent, water, light bills, greetings, how tenants walked, and even when someone left the compound gate open, visitors entered. Oyeye would scream, "Who enter my house like thief? You won't bring Yawa enter my compound, Abi." Because of this, people avoided his compound like plague. One day, lazy Uncle Combe fell asleep near the gate. Oyeye came shouting, "Why you sleep for my gate? You won't bring Wahala enter?" Uncle Combe mumbled, "I dey guard your compound, sir." Oyeye shouted back, "I no need guard where they sleep." The boy ran away barefoot, laughing. And if a tenant washed clothes and poured water on the compound ground, Oyeye would rush out yelling, "Now who pour water for my compound? You want turn my ground to swimming pool?" One day, small Eddery poured soapy water on the sand. Oyeye slipped and shouted, "Ah, them one kill landlord." Children laughed till tears dropped. Even the drying line caused trouble. If someone's wrapper touched his own under, Oyeye would shout and you would think something else had happened. Tenants learned to dry clothes like secret agents, checking if Oyeye was watching first. If a tenant said, "Good morning," he snapped. What is good about the morning when you never pay your rent? He would lock the toilet and bathroom if they have not paid their rent. At night, his voice echoed through the street. Neighbors hung on fences listening like radio drama. Children clapped when he shouted. Adults bet on who would be the next victim. Oteri sold Oyeye live show tickets for 1 naira, giving fake commentary. Next fight, Oyeye versus goat. I know they lie, ooh. His wife, Mama Ese, couldn't take his constant quarrels anymore. She packed and left with her 5 children. Living with Oyeye is like sleeping beside hot pepper, she told neighbors. Oyeye ran around shouting, "Mama Ese, come back." But she was gone. From that day, Oyeye lived alone with only his echo and stubbornness. Tenants moved out one by one. Some said they could not bear the noise. Others joked Oyeye's mouth could kill a fly midair. New tenants lasted less than 3 months. Even goats avoided the gate. One morning, a goat sneaked in, and Oyeye shouted, "Which goat they trespass my property? I go skin you today." The goat bleated and ran. looking like it had just survived the war. One hot afternoon, a taxi stopped at the gate. Out stepped a strong woman, arms like logs, legs thick and steady. Behind her walked her daughter Rachel, 23. They rented one of the empty rooms. People whispered, "This one no be small woman, oh." Mama Rachel was calm, strong, fearless. Cross her and you would collect woto. A week after moving in, Auntie Peace tried to skip the bathroom line. Mama Rachel shouted, "Look at you, bonga fish. You won't fight me with your mosquito body." Everyone laughed. Auntie Peace went in quietly. From that day, nobody argued with Mama Rachel. Even Oteri, who peeked over her shoulder, got whacked lightly with a broomstick and ran crying, "Now waiting I do ooh." Oyeye watched from his veranda. "That woman too bold. I go clip her wings soon," he muttered. He started small. Complaints about clothes, buckets, and light bills. Mama Rachel ignored him. Sometimes she hissed, "I beg, old man, rest ya." Oyeye's pride burned. He swore he would teach her a lesson. Morning at the whale, tenants lined up. Mama Rachel's iron bucket was third. Oyeye arrived, shoved her bucket aside, and dropped his own. "Landlord, no be so we dey do things here," she said quietly. "Shut up, woman. Now my well, my property," Oyeye shouted. People whispered, "Wahala don't start." Oyeye continued shouting, "You think say because you fat you no go dey fear anybody? I go teach you lesson." Mama Rachel tied her wrapper hands on her waist. "Oyeye, I dey warn you. No try me." He ignored her. The compound held its breath. Mama Rachel swung her iron bucket. It landed squarely on Oyeye's bald head. Blood gushed. "Jesu, my head, ooh," Oyeye screamed. He ran out, leaving his slippers, bucket, and pride behind. Children chased him, shouting, "Oya, show road for landlord." Oteri sold Oyeye hospital tickets for 50 kobo, and kids ran buying imaginary tickets. One boy tied a balloon to Oyeye's shirt and called it "Landlord Hot Air Balloon." Another little girl, Ofejiro, ran behind yelling, "Landlord, you no fit run past Mama Rachel." Oyeye dashed into a roadside chemist, panting like a goat. The nurse almost fainted seeing the blood. "Olga, wetin happen?" "Na my tenant. She used iron bucket break my destiny," Oyeye muttered. They cleaned, stitched, bandaged his head and were given paracetamol. Oyeye sat quietly, humbled. By evening, Oyeye returned home slowly. No shouting, no fuss. He walked straight to his flat. Tenants peeked, whispering, giggling. Mama Rachel hummed, pretending not to see him. From that day, Oyeye stopped shouting, complaining, and even locked the bathroom less often. Tenants fetched water without fear. Children played freely. One boy tied a toy lizard to Oyeye's gate as a guard, making everyone laugh. Neighbors visited. Someone joked, "Now the iron bucket we touch Oyeye head carry sense enter arm." Oyeye even started greeting tenants politely. "Good morning, tenant," he said with a small smile. Some tenants told stories about Oyeye's past quarrels. One remembered when he fought a goat for walking too close to his compound. Another told how he argued with a cat over a rat. Children laughed so hard they fell over. Oyeye just shook his head silently. Children teased each other. "Better mind your mouth, or Mama Rachel go iron bucket you too." Tenants shared food, played games, and laughed in peace. Small boys pretended to be Mama Rachel, swinging imaginary iron buckets at Oyeye's head, making everyone roar with laughter. Oyeye learned to watch quietly. He saw tenants fight and reconcile on their own. A week later, Oyeye wrote a polite quit notice for Mama Rachel. He bowed. "Madam, please, I think you should find another place." She smiled. "You no want another bucket, Abby?" Oyeye laughed weakly. "No, Ma. God forbid the compound laughed along with them. Oyeye Close finally had no shouting, no insults, no wahala. Tenants joked about past fights and Mama Rachel's bravery. She cleaned her room, packed, and said goodbye to neighbors. Children cried. They had grown used to her. Tenants walked her to the gate like a celebrity. Even Oyeye smiled politely. Oyeye never quarreled again. Even when tenants argued, he locked his window and pretended to sleep. People on the mobile street still tell the story. Better calm down before Mama Rachel iron bucket your head like Oyeye. Children created rhymes about Mama Rachel and Oyeye. Old man loud, but Mama strong. One iron bucket hit, peace come along. The legend grew with each retelling. Neighbors visited often, curious if Oyeye had returned to shouting. They saw him quietly watching the yard. Now the iron bucket we carry sense enter arm, they said. Tenants respected boundaries. Oyeye learned humility. Even fights between tenants were small, handled without his interference. Years later, Oyeye Close was peaceful. People laughed when newcomers asked about the loud landlord. Children mimicked Oyeye shouting, and neighbors secretly waited for the next prank. And that is how one determined woman and her iron bucket brought peace, laughter, and order to the noisiest landlord in Oyeye Close. The legend lives on, reminding everyone, never underestimate a strong woman. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.